7-footer Frenchman Alexandre Sarr declined to work out for the Hawks, and he is going to the Wizards. Alex comes from a basketball family. His father was a professional player in Senegal. His brother Olivier plays for the Oklahoma City Thunder on a two-way contract. Elite combination of size, fluidity, and defensive instincts. And this now makes Sarr and Richeche the first ever duo born outside the United States to be drafted with the first 2 overall picks of an NBA draft. So Frenchman going 1-2 here so far in 2024. Sarr didn't want to work out for the Hawks. He goes to the Wizards at 2nd overall.
Yeah, this is what Sarr wanted. He wanted to be with the Wizards, and the Wizards wanted Sarr. I mean, this is the player that many people feel like is the best prospect in this draft because he's an exceptionally mobile 7-footer and just super fluid. The way he can cover ground is going to be a critical asset in the way defenses are utilized in the modern NBA. The questions are with his physicality or lack thereof at this point and his offensive game. The people who are enthusiastic about his upside believe in the long-term shooting ability. I don't see it just yet. I'm worried about his ability to play through contact. He's a rim runner. He's a lob threat in theory because he's bumped off those spots right now. So this is a guy who's got to put on 20-plus pounds of muscle before he's able to do what he does on the offensive end of the floor.
For much of the past year, when you would look at mock drafts or big boards, Alex Sarr was at the top of most of them. But when Atlanta wins the lottery and it's clear he doesn't want to go there, that's how he ends up a part of these other conversations. If you're Washington, I think you got to be thrilled because you got a guy who has been labeled by many the best player in the draft with the 2nd pick. But like Fink said, the shooting from the perimeter is going to be the swing skill. This is one where we slightly disagree. I see it and I go, okay, I could see him becoming a reliable threat. And if he's going to be worthy of this pick, he might need to become that someday. Fink has more questions, which makes me have more questions because I trust his evaluation as well. But on the other end, that should come fairly easily. He can really fly around, block and alter shot the way Jaren Jackson Jr. does with the Grizzlies. That's the comp you hear more than any other with Alex Sarr. If it hits, he can be Jaren Jackson Jr., but part of that will be becoming what Jaren Jackson Jr. already is, and that's a reliable three-point shooter.
Before Avery follows, your grade for this pick is what?
B+.
B+.
That's about as good as you can get in the top 5 in this draft. They got their guy. They got the guy that they would have taken if they had the first overall pick. B+.
I think he's a combination of Rudy Gobert and Kristaps Porzingis as he continues to mature and develop. I think, as Fink talked about, from a rim protection standpoint, I think he's very capable defensively. He shot 28% from 3 last year. He put up some pretty good numbers in those 2 games against G League at night. I think he had 44 points, 17 rebounds in both of those games. So, again, his rim running is going to be very important, especially for a young team. We'll see what happens with a guy like Kyle Kuzma if he's going to be teammates with Sarr. But I like this pick for Washington.